Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And fuck our champions!
Good up, Pepe! Goal! It doesn't get any better than that!
Hello everyone, welcome to the Game of Frame live stream. I'm Josh Pratt with Adam Keane on camera, and we're at Jack McManus Field at Ruza Island for the second qualifying round of the Open Cup. It's Schneider hosting Osner's FC. Schneider are making their third attempt to qualify for the Open Cup. They got into the third round last season. Lansdowne Yonkers, who have made it a few times themselves, of course, knocking them out there. Schneider from the American Premier Soccer League with a rich history in the local scene. And they are hosting much more newcomers, Osner's FC. This is Osner's first ever time playing in the Open Cup. They were founded in 2015. Have made a splash this past 6 months. They were promoted into the UPSL Premier Division, and they've had a good start in that. They are 1 point off of the playoffs with 2 games remaining in regular season. They played in the NPSL in the summer, also made playoffs there. It's a Haitian team. Play a very exciting attacking style of football. And we are really battling the elements out here today. Those of you in New York probably would have seen it at some point. We've got various weather warnings with high winds forecasted. Thankfully, we haven't had the worst of that yet, but it is very wet, so please do bear with us, guys, a little bit. If we have some technical issues here or there, we are fighting a bit with all the weather, but of course, we want to come out here and bring you what should be a very appetizing Open Cup game, and we've got another one coming up later today as well at 8 p.m. The Greek Americans are going to host Renegades. Recreation, a rematch of last year's Cup Classic between those two. 7-goal thriller, which Renegades won 4-3. Out come our teams. Schneider in the yellow, Osner's in the orange. First time that these two have met in history. And although it is a wet evening, it's not actually too cold. Sitting about 60 degrees. For Schneider, we're expecting our starting 11, in fact, unless it's changed at the last minute, should be the starting 11. Juan Cruz in goal. Desiree Onku make a familiar back pair at centre-back. Holtz at left-back. Bastian, another Schneider veteran at right-back. Koiso, who's been in the team for many years in centre midfield alongside Diego Silva. The danger man, Thomas Gomes, will be on the left side. Dennis Koch in the number 10. Boris Grubic, who gave Zoom a late victory over Leros last weekend, starts on the right. And Cesare Marconi, very pacey, very clever attacker, will be leading the line. For Osners, we're expecting Jamilo in goal. Colo Diao, the centre-backs. Nicholas at right-back. Marvin Mondesir at left-back. His twin brother, Kelvin Mondesir, will be playing in defensive midfield alongside Mimi. Anthony will be playing in the number 10, Anthony Lucien, that is. And then the front three will be Silnik Pierre, Watts Lizard, and Max Nadia Cherry, and he is quite a player, Cherry. Had a spell playing in the USL Championship alongside Oakland Roots. In the UPSL Northeast Premier Division, he has 6 goals to his name, so certainly the one on paper Zoom would most have to watch out for. But I've seen this Osner's team playing the NPSL as well, and that entire front three very, very dangerous. Lizard is pacey, good instincts with the timings of his run to get in behind. Very, very good in a 1v1 situation. And Pierre's no slouch either. Worked out onto the left side to Marvin Mondesir. Cherry brings it down. Thrown for Osner's. Diao. Lizard was looking to feed it into Nicholas, not quite the right touch. Cesare Marconi's going to connect on the end of this long throw-in. Look to help it onto Thomas Gomes. Important interception by Calvin Mondesir. The referee is going to give a free kick to Schneider on that far side. Sent early over the top in the direction of Gomes, who felt he had timed his run correctly. The referee disagreed, the linesman disagreed. It looked very tight. Schneider have had mixed form early on in their APSL campaign. They've won 2, including beating the Pan-Cyprians here on the opening day of the season. They then lost 3 in a row, but got back to winning ways with the late goal by Grubic against Leros last weekend at Susan Hall in the Cohen Complex. They've normally been a mid-table side the last few years, Schneider, in the APSL. But on their day, certainly capable of beating the top teams in the pre-professional scene. It's Koiso, it's set up decently for him, and I guess he didn't quite hit it cleanly. I thought it might have taken a deflection, that shot, but referee gives a goal kick without any protests. Ended up going well over the crossbar. For Osner's in the UPSL, they've won half of their games in the Premier Division. It's just keeping them in the playoff race for sure. They're a point behind Empire in 4th. They lost last week to Braveheart, who are the defending champions of the UPSL Northeast. Lost quite heavily, 5-1, but other than that, it's been generally very close results. And they haven't been bad on the road. Very good, in fact, other than the Braveheart game. They beat AFC Academy 3-0, beat Red Hook 5-2. And Cruz gives it to Desiri. The Mars shot at the back for Zoom. Really clever bit of play by Grubic. Bastian looking to feed it into Marconi. He couldn't find it to his teammate. Nicholas. Lizard. Cherry. Ran into the hulking Desiri. Hills tried to help that down the channel. Too much on it. There's Mimi sporting the beanie. It's a tight field down at Roosevelt Island, which Zoom are certainly used to, this being their home field, but a lot of teams come here and struggle to deal with the tight spaces. It definitely increases the tempo a lot of every decision. Driven forward by Onku and headed out by Kolo. Here's Dennis Koch. Couldn't wriggle away from the attentions, but it is going to be some Schneider throwing. Marconi tried to help that on. Gomes unable to hold it up. The rain continuing to come down here, and that is certainly going to affect play. Very, very wet surface. Makes for even more tempo than usual at this tight field, and of course, it's going to increase the error rate. Marconi looking to see someone there. Nearly squirmed away from Diao, who got the slightest touch on it. He was the last man. Lizard. He sometimes looks as if he's gliding on water, and that's a wonderful ball. Here's Pierre. Pierre cutting down to the byline. Couldn't escape the attentions of Bastien. Koiso playing with fire, and Pierre nearly pickpocketing Onku in a very dangerous position. Bastien, Koch. There's Koiso. Holch. Gomes. That ball cut out by Dow, who's been very active early on. Mimi. Mondesir. Diao. Being invited forwards, he couldn't pick out. Pierre on the left side. Lucien. Too much on it for Cherry. Helped around the corner by Koiso. Gomes into Marconi. Koiso again. Good recovery in the middle by the industrious Mimi. One back though by Zoom. Clever reverse ball towards Koch. Kolo was alert to it. Right inside by Pierre. Zoom suffocating Osner's attempt to break out, and they are going to get a free kick about 40 yards out. The big gun's being pushed up for Zoom towards that far post. Diao got a touch on it. Holch was not a million miles away from connecting on that. It will end up being a corner kick for Zoom Schneider. towards that near post. It was low, poor corner. Dealt with easily by Osner's. Onku well positioned to stop any counter-attack. And Juan Cruz with a poor clearance. Bastian salvaging the situation for Zoom. Touched by Cherry. Cherry still with it! Oh, he caught that one well. A foot wide. Had Juan Cruz scrambling. Sat up really nicely for him. First shot of the game. Here comes Zoom down the other end. Another poor goalkeeping clearance, this time by Shamatlov. Hosh with a commanding header. Nicholas. Lizard. Gomes wins it back. Holds into Silva, who held on to it a little too long. Meets Nadia Cherry again. Towards Lucien, who took a shot. Ended up going wide. I think that's Calvin Montesero, actually, excuse me. Ended up mis-hitting it. Wind is starting to pick up here, as it was forecast to. Koiso. Dancing feet, couldn't make it work. Good interception by Holch with Lizard on the prowl behind him. Driven forwards towards Marconi. Back with Osnes. Diao. Nicholas. Diao. It's a good switch out to Colo. Nicholas. Diao took a chance there. Marconi's pickpocketed him. Ended up running away from Cesare Marconi, but that's a few times now Osners have looked a little suspect at the back in possession, and Zoom have nearly punished them. Mimi. Nicholas. Lizard came off of the knee of Holch. Cherry able to turn Silva, not able to outfox Ziri, and Koiso gets there first. Combative, few tackles. Ends up being a Zoom throw-in. Zoom haven't failed to score in their first 5 games of the season. Although, should be noted that every single game they've scored exactly 1 goal. So not prolific, but they have been good defensively when they've won. They've managed to keep the clean sheets. Osners themselves have only failed to score once in 8 games this season. One ball up to Schneider. Cherry. Cherry turning. Cherry! It's another well-hit shot by the former pros, getting warmer. And Cruz certainly putting Silva in a bit of hot water there with that roll out. He dealt with it calmly enough. But Zoom cannot afford to let Cherry turn like that. He will eventually punish them. Here's Gomes. It's clever by Thomas Gomes. Marconi looks to whip it back in towards Gomes. There was a touch by Colo. Jamal couldn't keep it from going out. First corner kick of the evening. Marconi will take it. Lots of pace on that one, wicked delivery. Comes back on the edge to Zoom, shot back in, cleared out by Diao. Jamal totally flapping for that cross. It was the man on the far post who cleared it for Osners. Now they're looking to come down the other end. That's a good ball. The flag is going to go up against Pierre. Flicked on to Ziri. Pushed down the line to Cesare Marconi. Marconi. Crossed it. End up having the distance. Grubic then get a header on it. Cleared again by Osners. Touched by Diao. Silva retaining possession for Zoom. And a very calm bit of play by Onku. Bastian couldn't wriggle away from Silnik Pierre, but he does win a throw-in for Zoom. Looked like that might have bounced off her hand. Osner's appealing for it. The referee not interested. Silva, that's a useful ball. Gomes brings it down. Gomes! Fantastic save by Jamalau. Gomes now appealing for a penalty. He was saying he was impeded. He was pulled. Referee might have given it. Let's see. Didn't hear a whistle. I think he might have. He's surrounded by Osner's players. Nope, you know what? He's just given the corner. I think Osner's also felt there should have been a handball earlier in there. It was a wonderful first touch by Gomes, and he caught it so well at point blank range. He must have thought he'd done enough, but a tremendous stop by Jamalau. Good spell in the game here early on for Zoom. Marconi towards the far post. That's going to go over the whole crowd. Grubic keeps it in. Colo gets it into Sit. Lovely touchdown by Pierre, and it's sent towards Nadia Cherry. Bastian anticipated well. Koiso. Bastian. Played on to Coke. Well done there by Zoom. Coke looking crossfield. It's another marvellous ball out to Thomas Gomes, who sends it back across towards the far post. Coke and Grubic straight into the hands of Jamalo. Two really good opportunities for Zoom in the space of 2 minutes, but still no dice. Really good build up though by the hosts. Grubic. Bastian. Down the channel, the flag's going to stay down here. Grubic has got some space. He's got two options in the middle. Couldn't pick them out. They are with the header. And Osners will break out here. Pierre. Cherry. Lizard at that far post. Cherry's gone down. He's going to get a free kick. Prime crossing position here for Osners. They also say tonight is one where even at this narrow of an angle, maybe you just fire into the goalkeeper, it's so wet. It's a very challenging night to be a stopper. Whipped in with pace, brave header by Holsch. And Marconi will look to bring it out, and he's going to win a free kick, and that was very well done by Marconi, surrounded by 4 Orange players. Which relieves some pressure for Zoom. Koiso. The race is on between Gomes and Nicholas. Nicholas had the pace on him. Brought down by Marconi. Koch returns it to Cesare Marconi. Koch again. Bastian. Grubic. Bastian once more. So tight over there on the far side. It will be a throw into Zoom Schneider. Koch. Taken first time by Gomes, spilled by Jamalau, who nearly served Cesare Marconi. The easiest goal he could hope for. Last minute recovery by the goalkeeper. Osners win it back at the other end. Lucien, let's fly. Another well caught shot for Osners, but again straight at Cruz. But with that mishandle by Jamalau, you could see exactly what I was speaking about a moment ago with just how challenging it is for all the goalkeepers tonight with this wet ball. Here's Pierre. Looking towards Cherry, who's onside. Cherry tucks it in. Osners take the lead. And it's their talisman out front. Miss Nadia Cherry with another one on the season. Just needs half a yard. He struck it low and true into that far post. Juan Cruz couldn't get anything on it. And after an eventful first 24 minutes, it's Osners who have breakthrough. It certainly felt like a goal was coming one way or the other. Plenty of chances at either end. The most likely candidate of all on the field, Miss Nadia Cherry, delivering. Zoom may feel hard done by some of the chances they've already had, but that's football, you've got to put them away. Gomes surrounded, doesn't get a throw in for Zoom. Interesting duel already early on between him and Nicholas. Holch, Koch, Silva gives it to Bastian. be a throw-in for the hosts. Coke has won it on the edge of the area. Diao, very cool, and winning it back. Lucien out to Lizard. Wasn't quite the right option there, and a high foot by Pierre. Coiso. Bastien. Coke. Is it to Marconi? Driven cross-field by Grubic. It's a lovely ball. Holt, she's going to go down towards the byline. Sets it back across. Zoom Schneider level. Cesare Marconi with the instant response. A peach of a cross-field ball by Boris Grubic, unlocking Osner's defence. Holst did really well to drive to the touchline, cut it back, and Marconi to... This Open Cup qualifier is springing into life. Yep. Be a throw in here. There's him, Schneider. Marconi gives it out to Holch. Didn't break out. Do apologise, guys. I know we just having a lot of sound issues for a minute. It's very difficult with things getting wet, but we're doing our best to keep it going. Thankfully, the wind still hasn't really massively picked up here, which would make it already a difficult night for everyone with the amount of water. That much harder. Driven up towards Miss Nadia Cherry. Soon we'll get the free kick. Just got a player doing that shoelace. So let me remind you right now, guys, that today's broadcast is sponsored by Petrobax, who are your gateway to Spain and Portugal for unforgettable vacations and exclusive soccer group trips. You can reach out to Petrobax. They'll get you closer to the action, the culture, and the biggest teams on the Iberian Peninsula. Visit petrobax.com and start planning your dream trip today. This first half an hour or so is anything to go by. We're in for an entertaining cup tie tonight. Here's Thomas Gomes. Good tackle. to deny him there by Nicholas. Not sure what happened on the far side. Referee just blowing his whistle. Holt will restart us with a throw in momentarily. Lizard. Driven over the top, that's a lovely ball. Waltz Lizard offside. Osner didn't agree with that one. Ouch. Marconi. It's a good spin by Dow. Look at that from the centre back, absolutely unfazed. Marvin Mondesir floating it up. Desiri meeting that easily enough. Rubic, Coke. I think you're trying to poke that into the path of Cesare Marconi. In the last year's qualifying, Schneider did win their second round game here at Jack McManus. They beat Central Park Rangers 2-0 before losing in the third round to Lansdowne. And both these teams, of course, getting byes in the first round this year. They would have to progress through the third and fourth round to make the Open Cup, so a long way still to go. Hodge with a good tackle. Overall, he's dealt with Lizard well. Here's Gomes in towards Marconi, slightly too much on it, and they are touching it back. Floated out onto the far side. Nichols going to look to be clever, and Diao again, who has the footwork of a centre forward at times, dancing out of pressure again. What a pass that was! Miss Nadia Cherry couldn't quite bring it down. If he did, he was probably in behind. Maybe a goal kick for Zoom. Ziri. Gomes. Lots of space for Silva, and that was because he was offside. Mondesir. Brought down by Lucien. Always twisting and turning. So Mondesir. Lizard. Bastien got a foot on it. If he hadn't, I think Pierre was in behind. It's Pierre who retrieves the ball. Pierre going for an ambitious shot, I think. Lizard. One back by Zoom. Onku. Cesare Marconi. Slightly heavy with his touch. Diao. Carlo. Anthony Lucien. Cherry. And behind, Lizard. Osners are ahead again. Lizard drifting in from that right side, timing his run perfectly. And with a composed finish past Juan Cruz, it's Miss Nadia Cherry involved in both goals. He scored the first, he set up the second. With about 10 minutes remaining in the first half. Osner's ahead again. 3 goals in 15 minutes here, Jack McManus. This Osner's line, front line, is so dangerous. And they've shown it twice, really clinical finishes both times as well. Look at that for a touch by Pierre, just ran out. Jaziri. There's Holch. Couldn't connect with Marconi. Mondesir. It's a good ball into Mimi. Here. He had spotted the run of Nicholas, the right back, up on the far side, up to not to go diagonal to him. Calvin Mondesir. Biao. Nicholas had stayed up, but that pass to him overcooked. Queso. Marconi. Silva. The attention too heavy by Lucien. And then Sherry slipped himself in the way. And the referee's going to have a little talking to him. Gomes. Hodge couldn't bring it down. Cherry. Watched closely by Jaziri, but Cherry will get it again, and he got clipped there by Sovo. He's going to be fortunate to escape without a card there. Perhaps it's his first offence, so referee will let him go with it. But Cherry was starting the counter-attack there. I think Silva probably knew what he's doing. Here's Cherry. Nicholas. The deflection taking it straight into the hands of Juan Cruz. And Juan Cruz looking direct. Diao. Sending it right back where it came from. He's been excellent so far. Onku. Juan Cruz with a heavy touch, and he managed to nutmeg Lizard. And it took a little touch from Lizard as it went between his legs. Sherry. Silva. Holch drives it down the channel. Marconi got a bit of space. Holch. Marconi. Didn't connect with it well. It's an error though by Diao. Maybe his first on the ball tonight. It'll be a throw for Zoom. As we tick towards the final minutes of what's been an entertaining first half. Will be shepherded out by Diao. Colo. Marvin Mondesir. Silva losing out, and Osner's going to look to break. Mimi. Flag staying down for now. Cherry knew he was offside. Lucian was coming from deeper. One Cruz alert off his line. Here's Mimi. Nicely done by Osner. Here's Calvin Mondesir. Floats it crossfield on a penny for Nicholas. Couldn't quite keep it in. Taps over the top. Marconi. Be Osner's thrown. Imagine we'll get no more than a minute or two of stoppage time in this first half. Colo. Good step by Bastian initially. Pierre will race after it. And then a yellow card against Pierre for kicking that ball away after it had gone out, first of the evening. And a rather needless one from an Osner's perspective. Marconi. Floated up towards Thomas Gomes. Pierre finds Miss Nadia Cherry. Cherry onto his right foot. Low. Driven along the ground, straight into the hands of Cruz. Osner's going to get another crack at it here. On the edge, Lucian well over the crossbar. Wild effort. It looks like we're going to have 2 minutes of stoppage time. Going for the flick on. Diao. Now we'll go out for a throw. Koiso. Watch back to Koiso. Brings it down really well. Koch. Bastian. Grubic. Bastian again. Be a throw in for Zoom. Diego Silva fizzes it crossfield. Desiri. Decisive ball, and Grubic wasn't really aware I was behind him. He could have turned there. Silva. Osner will survive it. But I think if Grubic had spun, he had an opportunity to pull the trigger. Just didn't check his shoulder. The referee is going to call an end to the first half. Osner's with the narrow lead. This Nadia Cherry scoring just off the 20-minute mark. And there's an immediate response by Cesare Marconi. Before Lizard re-established the lead for Osner's, the debutants to the US Open Cup. Still lots to decide here. It's very tight here. Entertaining game so far despite the weather. The players making the best of it. Do not go now, guys. We'll be back shortly with the second half.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish. Flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential. Hello everyone, welcome back to Jack McManus Field, Roosevelt Island. So back and forth, first half. Flurry of chances at either end, but it's Osner's who were the more ruthless in front of goal. It's Nadia Cherry scoring the first, assisting the second, which Lizard tucked home. Cesare Marconi finishing off a well-worked move by Zoom as well. It looks like both teams are unchanged going into the second half. The substitutes are all huddled by the Jack McManus Field bathroom. Rain is continuing to tip it down here. Thankfully, this field is pretty adept with its drainage. It's got a bit of a tilt. I think otherwise we would be in danger of some waterlogging, as Miss Nadia Cherry kicks us off for the second half. And usually fired towards Sonic Pierre. Richie Bastion having to do some early emergency defending. And it's going to be an early corner for Osners. Fighting with a lot of pace, travelled a long way, and at that far post, it's a golden chance, headed just wide. I think it was Diao, the centre back, or Colo even, excuse me, who connected with it. Really should have finished. The goal was gaping. It's Koiso. Grubic. Couldn't find Marconi. Driven across field. Pierre came off of his knees. Bastion. Onku. Too much on it for Bastion to keep in. Helped on by Mimi. Nicholas. Searching aside, it's taken a precarious touch by Onku. From the angle I was standing, I was wondering for a second, was that potentially heading into its own net? Ended up going well wide actually. I think a touch you probably had to get with the Osner's player waiting on the far post. This corner's going to be whipped in by Pierre. Good start to the half by Osners. Not the best of corners though. Mimi will keep it for Osners. Diao drives it back in. Coach initially with the clearance, and then Diego Silva will help it out to Grubic. Silva. Tussling away with Lucien. And doing really well to come away with it, and the referee really should have let that go on. Unbelievable, he blew that. Just had to wait another second to see whether Silva was going to have to keep his feet, but he'd broken through the midfield lines there. Did not want that whistle at all. Silva drills it cross-field. It's Holch. Here's Colo. Desiri meeting that. Gomes. Mimi intercepting. Koyo. Well, not kept in by Gomes. Schneider will have their next league game against the Greek Americans. That will be in about 10 days. Back here at Chapman Mansfield, we're expecting to have that here on a game and frame. Make sure you can watch that one. Here's Diego Silva. Quite so. And a bit of concern here for the visitors. Osner's. Lucian is down at the moment. Play continues. Desiri towards Grubic. Cleared out by Kelvin Mondesir, and now Lucian will get some attention. Osner's may be forced into making the first substitution of the match. Up gingerly to his feet, Lucien. I think he's going to try and soldier on for now. Juan Cruz. That's too much Holch to keep it in. Cherry. Quite so intercepting before I could reach Mimi. Silva, that's a good ball. There's Colo stuck closely to Cesare Marconi. He was hoping to get that thrown himself. It's Pierre. Hopeful knock up towards Cherry, headed out by Onku. Mondesir, not the right pass. Oh, there's Pierre even, excuse me. There's Coke. Just about able to keep it in. Koiso. Silva. Good awareness by Diego Silva. Holch. Desiri returns it to Holch. The step aggressive by Nichols, and it paid dividends. Miss Nadia Cherry will give this chase. That looked like it came off of her hand. And the linesman spotted it right in front of him. Bastian. He's going to dink it down the channel. The race is on between Kolo and Grubic. Kolo, no slouch, but that's a dangerous, dangerous back pass. And Marconi poked her foot in, I think, hoping that Jamalal would fully commit and take him down, but the keeper didn't take the bait. Kolo truly playing with fire there. After initially making a good recovery run. Mondesir. Held onto it too long. Koiso. Desiri. He is pressured well. It's Lucien. Knocked out towards Miss Nadia Cherry. The flag will go up against him. Silva locking up, hopefully. Nicholas with the header. Bastian intercepting. Koiso wasn't aware, he had Lucien round his back, but recovered well. Koch round the corner, lovely ball. Marconi down the channel. Grubic. Every pass has to be so precise on this wet surface. Onku. But Juan Cruz. Good pass by the keeper. Hodge. Awful ball by him. Not sure what the intended target was. Onku. With that initial tackle. Lucien crowded out. Here's Koiso. Gomes. Holsch looked to return it to him, asked far too much though. Thomas Andres Gomes. Pierre. Lovely touch by Pierre, but Silva coming to sweep it back up for Zoom. We're approaching now a mark here at Jack McManus Field. All 3 goals coming in the first half. Osner's at the moment the newcomers to the Open Cup, progressing to the 3rd qualifying round, but still a lot of time for Zoom to retrieve this cup tie. Worked out wide. Koiso whips it towards the far post. Koch! Just going to generate the direction. Lovely build up by Zoom. Koiso with a cultured cross in. Koch might have been reaching slightly as he connected on the far post. Bit of a hospital ball, and Marconi is going to try and take it off of Kolo. The two tussled, and Kolo escaping again. And here comes Osner's at the other end. Lucien. Desiri positioned well. Really underhit that pass to Koiso, and now it's sent up towards Waltz Lizard. Desiri recovered well, and a back pass here is going to be given against Schneider. And on first viewing, I think that's quite harsh, particularly there was one early in the first half that Osner had done, which I think was in the similar ballpark, which the referee didn't give as a back pass. But Schneider here are going to have to defend their lines, or else this cup tie could really swing against them. About 7 yards out. It is slightly narrow, the angle. And Coach Alex from Zoom is, I think, making the same argument that I thought might be valid. That is very similar sort of touch that was happening in the first half by Osner's. That wasn't called as a back pass. Whereas more just a interceptionary touch rather than an intended pass to the goalkeeper. But the referee's made his decision, and Juan Cruz has got some marshalling here to do of his defence. I'd imagine this ball's going to get cut back for Osner's because the angle is narrow. It's Cherry towards the edge. Took a deflection there as Diao with this shot. And then it appeals for a handball. Referee said the arm was in a natural position, and looks like Schneider have escaped. Here's Silva. Coke. Koiso. Silva back to Koiso. The attack just ran out of steam, and here comes Lucien. It's Cherry in behind. Miss Nadia Cherry couldn't tuck it into that near post. Well, a pair of really good chances for Osner's. I think Cherry would be disappointed he didn't finish that. Player of his calibre. His touch took him just a little wide, and he couldn't wrap the shot in at that near post at the diminishing angle. Marconi. Diao stuck to him a little bit too closely. There's two players warming up for Osner's. So we'll see changes soon, I think. Silva driven in, and big shout from Jamal out, the keeper, and all those players left the ball. Koiso with the header. Grubic. Silva couldn't get under control. Calvin Mondesir. Lizard, who's been quiet in this second half. Back to Mondesir. Didn't get the right angle on the cross. Onku. Marvin Mondesir with that first header. Silva. Couldn't ride all the tackles, but Coke will come away with it. This time the referee playing an advantage. Holch. Thomas de Andres Gomez. There'll be a throw in for Zoom right by the corner flag. And I think We are going to see a change for Osner soon. There's a couple of players who struggle with knocks. There's the throw-in. Very wasteful one. Cherry. Lizard skipping through the defenders and tries to take on one too many. Desiri brings it out. Here's Coke Jr. Pierre. Nicholas. Driven cross field towards Cherry, who took it first time, caught it well. Again, couldn't squeeze it in at the front post. Super ball cross field, and Cherry did catch it really well. Not easy technique at all, that coming across his body. And here comes the first change of the night for Osners. It's Keith and Caesar who has come on. As the whistle's blown, and Lucian off, who was struggling a little earlier in the half. Trying to force towards Gomes. Looks to me as if Caesar is on the right side. We'll just try and get a look at exactly what this means for Osner's shape. Up down that right side. And it was the newcomer Caesar who was screaming for it. So Lizard, I think, has gone into the midfield three, and Caesar is now the right winger for Osners. So here comes Zoom. Koiso. Holch. That cross was wayward. Desiri. Get out by Juan Cruz. Yeah, thrown for Osners. Marvin Mondesir. It's Nadia Cherry. Under the close attentions of Bastian, but the referee judging not unfair. Gomes. Grubic. They're going to float into the path of Coke. That came off of an arm, and the referee will give that to Zoom Schneider. Silva. Silva still looking towards the direction of Coke. Really good defending by Colo. Koiso. Silva. Marconi, and Gomes met it. Couldn't keep it down. Drilled in ball by Cesare Marconi. Nichols brings it out. Here's Caesar. Caesar in towards Pierre. Bastian came across to cover the space, but it's lost by Holoch, and Bastian again in the right place at the right time. Corner kick for Osner. About 20 minutes to play here at Jack McManus Field. At the moment, it's still Osner's going through to the third qualifying round. Once this contest is finished, don't forget, guys, we've also got Renegades against the Greek Americans as that's sent towards the far post. It's hit the post and then bounced off of the goalkeeper, Juan Cruz, and somehow stayed out. But as I was saying, got the Greek Americans hosting New York Renegades in the second round of the Open Cup. That is live from Hofstra as an 8 p.m. kickoff. Colo. Nicholas. Caesar with a canny touch, couldn't return it to him. Nicholas skipped a few tackles. It's another corner for Osner. They've had 5 or 6 in this second half already. It's going to be an in-swinger. Dangerous, perhaps, for a second, but well watched by Juan Cruz. And then he cannoned that off of the back of, I believe, Mondesir, who's gone in the book. Referee judging Mondesir deliberately putting his body in the way. Onku. Floating is up towards Grubic. Mondesir with the header. Mimi helping it out. Bastian. Koch. Silva. Sharp football by Zoom. Marconi lost his footing. Bastian again. Koch. Toppled over. Free kick. And a crossing position for Zoom. They have their first sub stripped down. Marconi to take this. Marconi drilled it in low, went between the feet of the player. Grubic had a shot. Couldn't squeeze it between, and now Koiso's got to watch that very carefully. Maybe a break here. Koiso's with some defending to do. Shifted his body well. Colo. Mondesir. Yeah, couldn't keep in. I think we're going to get actually a double change here for Zoom very shortly. Time is just starting to tick for the hosts. Bastion. Rizard. Worked up by Caesar. That's a lovely ball. Cherry is onside. And that's something you don't see too often. Miss Nadia Cherry's first touch letting him down. That was a good opportunity for Osner to find a 2-goal cushion, which probably at this point would be enough to seal the result. Here's Gomes. Gomes still with it. He's been poleaxed, and that's going to be a free kick in prime shooting position. I think Dial's complaint is, how could I get myself out of the way? The referee's issued another yellow to Osner. That's their third. Whether intentional or not, worse obstruction. I think the right call by the referee to give the free kick. And this is a good opportunity for Schneider. Diego Silva over it. 5 in the wall for Osners. Silva saved by Jamalal. Silva got lots of dip on it, but it was in the near corner for Jamalal, who's well positioned to deal with it. There's Hoch. Silva. Lovely turn by Silva towards the far post. Headed back across by Desiree. And again, Jamalal called into action. Beautiful ball in by Diego Silva. And Desiree, from that acute angle, nearly snuck it in. Here come the changes for Zoom. Cesare Marconi and Dennis Onku were drawn. It's Jason Lee and Felix Daikarov who have come on. It's going to be an out-swinging corner towards the far post. Headed out, comes on the edge, whips back in, shot, went through a bunch of bodies. Silva into the side netting. Zoom knocking on the door, but no dice just yet. It was Thomas Gomes who had the shot on the edge of the area. That really could have gone anywhere. So many bodies. It could have ricocheted off. The deflection was kind for Osners. Pierre's done really well. Lizard. Beautiful shaped ball to Caesar. Caesar onto his left foot. Oh, that's brilliant. It's 3-1 Osners. The substitute Caesar with a breathtaking goal. Lizard shifting that ball cross field with a beautiful bending diagonal. And then it was the Caesar show, cut onto his left and guided it into the top corner. Sublime goal. And with a little over 10 minutes remaining, that might be enough to send Osners through to the third round of the Open Cup qualifiers. Pierre looking for a give and go with Lizardi. You have to give so much credit for that assist. Daikarov. Juan Cruz. Zoom have about 11 minutes of normal time to recover this, but it is a tall order, 2 goals. Can they find it? Bastian. All right. Ball by Grubic. And that's really poor by Mondesir. Koch into Thomas Gomes. Gomes, Koch, misjudged it. Koch gets it again. Lovely feet, Koch. He goes down. Penalty to Schneider. And the referee's got a big decision here to make about the colour of the card, because that was behind. And Koch had a golden opportunity. And just when you thought perhaps it slipped between Zoom's fingers, they've got a chance to bring it back to a 1-goal margin. I had to say, well, I suppose it's the double jeopardy rule, which is why it's just been a yellow instead of a red. Referee judging it was a sporting attempt for the ball rather than deliberately bringing it down, but I don't think you could say much more than sporting, because he was a long way from it, came from behind Koch, and stonewall a penalty, as you'll see. And now Diego Silva can put Zoom back into this Open Cup qualifier. Diego Silva, Zoom back in it. They've got 9 minutes and some change to salvage this cup tie. Osner's looked like they had just about put it in the bag, but it was sloppy at the back. Zoom punished them. Coach Alex is going to bring on Tyler Swaby. He's going to replace Koch, whose last contribution was to win that penalty for Zoom. And what a final 9 minutes we're in for here at Jack McManus Field now, ladies and gentlemen. Game back on a knife edge. Here's Cesar. Cesar still with it, lit up the match just a few moments ago with that goal, but the joy short-lived for Osner. It's now back to a nerve-jangling finale. Holsch. And Desirie's gone up front for Zoom Schneider. He's going to give this one chase. Gomes wins it. He's got a lot of options up there with him as well. Gomes and Grubic, and 3-3. Zoom Schneider, with 2 goals in 2 minutes, have turned despair to elation at Jack McManus Field. A quick-fire double. It's Grubic again, the stoppage time hero last week, who's provided a priceless goal for Zoom Schneider. This is why we love the cup. It always delivers moments of total unpredictability. 3 minutes ago, Zoom was staring exit down the face, and now they're coming forwards again. It's Swathby. Not the right pass to Silva. The referee's going to blow up for a head injury. But with 12 minutes to go, Zoom Schneider 3-1 down. And it seemed a long way back, but how quickly they responded. Caesar's goal, which looked like it was going to be the clincher, was just 4 minutes before Zoom Schneider's pair, which has totally flipped this game. And now I'm compelled to remind you, everyone, that if this does stay at this scoreline level at full time, then we're going to go into extra time. Miss Nadia Cherry sees it. Back to Cherry. Cherry cutting it back. No one had really committed in the Osner's midfield. Mimi. Floated in, big shout by Juan Cruz. And Cruz is going to hammer that force towards Desiree, who stayed up front. Silva towards Desiree. Flag will go up against him. It looks like Grubic just struggling a little bit here. Koiso. Lizard hooking his foot around that. And Lizard kicking Swathby in the aftermath. I think he's feeling a little hard done by. I do sympathise with him. It wasn't a particularly high foot. Did get the ball first. Schneider will get the free kick just inside Osner's half. Silva, who's levelled things up here, will drill it in. Desiree back across the face of goal. The flag going up against Desiree, who is incensed that that was called offside. And we are at the moment in need of a ball. So just waiting for the game ball. And goalkeeper has retrieved one Jamalov from behind the goal, so play can resume. So I guess we're going to have at least 3 minutes of stoppage time. This has been a cup classic, destined to go to extra time at the moment, unless we get another late twist here. Silva. Swathby. Bastian didn't angle his pass well. So a number I think I just heard from the fourth official is probably looking at 4 minutes of stoppage time. Bastian holds this forwards. Mimi. Take off, we'll delegate that throw in to Bastian. Silva. Jason Lee. Holtz. Juan Cruz hopefully up. Diaz sends it right back to where it came from. Bastian. Not a good enough pass to Zaziri. Pierre. Mondesir. Finds his twin, Calvin Mondesir. Here's Caesar. Couldn't wriggle away from the attentions of Lee. Well, the wet weather has not dampened the intensity of this cup tie for 1 minute. It's been enjoyable from start to finish. Looks like we will get more of it unless we get a late goal in normal time. Crossfield towards Miss Nadia Cherry. Bastian dealing with him well. Mimi. I expect a shot. It will yield a throw-in right by the corner flag for Osner. That might be a corner. Going back. Mondesir. Slide after it. Crossfielder. Nothing coming of that. Silva. Bastian. Grubic. Ziri. Koiso. Lee. The flag is going to go up here. And Osners are going to make another change. Antonio Joseph will be introduced. Floated up. Bastian with the first header. Marvin Mondesir. In towards Cherry. Headed out initially. Caesar. Cherry. Hodge with the clearance. Gomes. Nicholas doing really well there. It still is Nicholas jinking and turning. He overran it. There's Caesar. He's pressured out of it. Here's Gomes. Is there time for one last twist in normal time? Silva, the flag is going to go up here against Zaziri, surely. It will. No doubt about that. That's driven up towards Lizard, who tried to set it back, appeals for a handball. Desperate last-ditch defending by Zoom. Desiri. And Koiso's going to drive forward here. Super tackle by Colo. And that is going to be the final action of normal time. We are going into 30 minutes of additional. A thriller here at Jack McManus, Rusa Island. Zoom Schneider with 3-1 down with 12 minutes to go. 2 quick fire goals to bring it back. Anyone's guess where this will go in extra time? Don't go now, guys. We'll be back shortly with it.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. Organize group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Osner Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential. Hello everyone, welcome back to Jack McManus Field, Roosevelt Island. 90 minutes, not enough to separate the two sides. The legs will be feeling heavy. It's been a high tempo, grueling encounter. Who has enough left in the tank to win it? Of course, if we are level still at the end of the 30 minutes extra time, then we're going to the dreaded penalty shootout. The referee is just going to do the coin toss to decide who will kick off this second half and at which side each team will be. Don't believe Schneider have any more subs available. Osner have got a few. I'm not sure how senior they are though. This area will kick us off. 30 minutes to decide who will go to the third qualifying round of the Open Cup. Or if not that, penalties. Koiso into Thomas Gomes. Jason Lee towards the far post. Important header. I'm on to see it. And Mimi hacking it clear. Lovely touch by Cherry. Caesar couldn't pick out Lizard. Good defending by Colo. Ouch. Good step up. Jason Lee. Diagonal ball towards Desiri. Didn't catch it first time. Desiri again into the side netting. Really big chance for the big centre-back turned centre forwards. He made a meal of the first one. Fell to him a second time. And he couldn't squeeze that in either. Lizard. Caesar up it towards the direction of Cherry. It'll be a throw in for Osner. Silva. Koiso. Gomes, don't think, but realised that was intended for him. Thought there was someone overlapping. Breaking ball by Diao, good one, out to Lizard. Grubic recovering. And it is Grubic who levelled things up here in that dramatic few minutes of Zoom where they scored two quick fire goals to come back from 3-1 down. Second crucial goal in 7 days by Grubic. Nicholas. So it looks like with the introduction of Lizard, or of Joseph even, excuse me, that Lizard has now gone back to the left side. Here he is. Takes the ball down from Mimi. Lizard, lovely skill. Lizard didn't catch that shot well at all though, kicked the ground, but really good scissor to get himself half a yard. Who's cleared by Diao. Ends up being a good pass to Caesar. Testing Lee. He's got away from Jason Lee. Caesar. Good recovery by Holch. Mimi. He spun. It's Mimi. Cross the face to goal. Bastian clears it. Comes back on the edge. And a wild effort by Marvin Mundasir into Rosed. Wind picking up here. Again at Roosevelt Island. And what's been a very stormy second half of the day across the East Coast. As far as I know, no games have been postponed yet because of the weather. There was some debate of that, I know, with the predictions of high winds, but they haven't quite materialised the gusts we were expecting. Diao was hoping for Jamalov to come off his line. He didn't. And in the confusion, it's going to be a corner kick for Zoom Schneider. Silva to take. Low towards the front post. Bullet header. Rebound by Desari. Still bouncing around. Finally, it's tucked in for Zoom Schneider, who are in the lead for the first time tonight. A goalmouth scramble of epic proportions, but they all count the same in the end. I've got no idea who was the final player to turn that in. There were so many ricochets. It was Thomas Andres Gomez, I'm being told, who got the finish. Normally he scores them much prettier than that.
13.
What? 13. Oh, you know what, actually, I don't think it was Gomes. I'm being told now that it was number 13. So I think actually it was Holch with the finish, the centre back. And this epic back and forth clash. Zoom fight Schneider finally lead. Here comes Swabi. Deseri. And it's Gomes. And it's 5-3 to Zoom Schneider. Once again, it's a quick-fire double. Beautiful football by Zoom Schneider, who carved open Osner's back line. And it's Gomes with a beautiful finish. He broke his finger earlier in the game. It's not slowed him down. Time slowed down as it reached him. Kept his composure, and you could not tuck it into the corner any better than that. Well, towards the end of regular time, the goals came for Zoom in the 80th and 82nd minute, and this time it was even quicker. About a minute between Holtz's and Gomes' finishes, and now it is Osner's staring down the barrel of an exit from the qualifying round of the Open Cup. Still time to salvage this. Now that we're in extra time. About 23 minutes left to play. But it's been a disastrous 15 or so minutes for them in terms of game time. Feels a long time ago to think that they were just 12 minutes away from going through with the 3-1 lead. Mimi. Jason Lee taking no chances. It was a good cross for the ball, but Montesia waited for the ball to bounce and outfoxed him. Jamalov totally missed kicking that. I was wondering why Gomes was sporting the bandages when he came out for extra time on his fingers, and Coach Alex telling me the finger's broken, but doesn't seem to be in debilitating pain. Took that goal so well. There'll be an outswinging corner. If Zoom can find another, that surely will seal the deal towards the far post. Bastian rose for it. Or is leaving. Is Koiso. Silva, still lots of options forwards in the area. Silva drills it in. It was Swabi even, excuse me, who tried to take it under his belt. First touch was too heavy. Nicholas. Swabi. Desiri. Desiri held on to it too long. There was just a glimmer where Gomes was in behind. Osner's all over the place at the moment. Swabi. Want to see it, clearing the lines for Osners. Another change is going to be made here for Osners. It's Jeffrey Joseph who's going to come on. They're going to wait until the next break in play. Gomes. Silva. Desiri is offside. Linesman waited until the last possible minute to raise the flag. And Nicholas is going to come off. Looks as if Marvin Mondesir is now going to be right back. Lizard has gone back to the centre midfield, and Jeffrey Joseph is on the left wing for Osners. A little over 2 minutes remaining in this first period of extra time. Gomes. That's going to be Osner's throw-in. Kolo. Tries it forward, Bastian watching it. Grubic. Heavy touch by Swaby. Lizard. His ball cut out, Gomes looking early, and that may prove to be very profitable. Desiri with it still. Desiri pokes it. The rebound comes towards him, he's by himself still. And he couldn't find Grubic to put the nail in the coffin. You can see perhaps Desiri's legs just going out on him. Silva, he has been brilliant in the middle tonight. And he wins a free kick. Never hurried on the ball, Silva. Keeps his composure. Desiri holding his right hamstring in. I don't think Schneider have any more subs available. Sent towards Gomes. Gomes towards the far post. Comes on the edge. Koiso! 6 for Schneider, who hit the promised land. A sensational half volley by Koiso. Surely seals the deal. Schneider have scored 5 goals in a row without reply to turn this cup tie on its head. Beautiful strike by Koiso. And it's hard to imagine a way back for Osners now, even with the second half of extra time to go. I cannot stress how quickly this game has flipped on its head. That's come off of an arm. In game minutes, Schneider have scored 5 goals in 25 minutes to bring this back from 3-1 down to 6-3 up. You can't say anything is impossible in football, certainly not in the game we've had tonight with how unpredictable it's been. But it still would be quite remarkable if Osners could rescue this. Desiri, I think, is really struggling with his legs now. Bastian. But Juan Cruz, who clears the lines. Mondesir. Kolo. Mondesir floats it in. Holtz with the first header. There's Caesar with that dangerous left foot. Caesar took a deflection, could have gone anywhere. Fortunately for Juan Cruz, didn't go towards the frame. Lizard sells the dummy. Caesar again. Joseph partially cleared. Caesar. Zoom just want to go in with this 3-goal cushion attack, and they are going to go into half time with it. Osners close to giving themselves a glimmer of hope for the second half, but they go in 3 goals down. A sensational 25 minutes for Schneider, in which they've scored 5 goals. Second half still to play in extra time, but it will take a true miracle for Osners to rescue this one out. We'll be back shortly with the second half of extra time, guys. Don't go anywhere.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Osner Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential. Hello everyone, welcome back to Gentleman Mansfield. It is truly Zoom Schneider's cup tie to lose now. 15 minutes remaining in extra time there. 6-3 up, having been at 1.31 down. Osner are going to make some more changes. Arizé is going to come on in goal. And then Campbell replacing Miss Nadia Cherry, who opened the scoring tonight a long time ago. The only problem Zoom do have is Desiree is very definitely carrying an injury. He held that hamstring after his last sprint. They have no more subs that they can use. You can see Desiree now sitting in that number 10 position. He's not able to move beyond a trot, really. He's really struggling. Swaby is now going to be the centre forwards. Driven upfield. Poked forwards, but it's going to be a simple gather for Juan Cruz. Gomes. Give and go with Koiso. Swabi strong. Referee judged 2 strong. Cultured ball out to that far side is a really important touch by Jason Lee. Wind is in favour as well, Osner's at the moment, and it is continually growing. With all these advantages, I don't think it's going to be enough for them to score 3. And a lot of time remaining, but let's see, they're going to give it their best go. Grubic, who got the all-important equaliser for Zoom to send this game to extra time. Desiri, Swabi, going down looking for a foul. Referee uninterested. Grubic towards Gomes. Gomes took it early, but unable to beat Arizate. And there's another Zoom player down on the far side. I think it's Silva, who's just stretching the hamstrings. Still a player down for Zoom. Play's going to continue. Here's Campbell. Joseph. So that's been a mess of that, but able to clear. And Desiri will kick it out, so Silva can get some attention. It's a big ask for these players to play that 30 minutes extra time with the tempo of this match. Osner's not giving the ball back to Zoom after Desiri kicked out. Not particularly thrilling for the Zoom captain, Joseph. Desiri anticipating well. He's still got a bit of running in the legs. Bastian couldn't send it down the line. Campbell. Osner's on this far side. Floated in. Head up by Decker off on the first, and then an acrobatic bicycle kick well over the crossbar. Juan Cruz taking every possible second off the clock to restart. Here's Gomes. There's a nick on his heels. Silva went for the shot himself. Long way out. Very easy. Farazay. Driven up and it's played out onto the far side. Here's the substitute Joseph. Joseph still with it. Jeffrey Joseph couldn't make the most of it. Good recovery by Koister and then Bastian there to help him. And then that's a wild tackle by Joseph, who's going to go into the book. Can't have any complaints about that whatsoever. Well, 5 minutes of the 15 have already gone for Osners and they're still 3 down. unless my memory's failed me, I think all the yellow cards tonight have been for Osners. Caesar. Campbell. Telegraph that pass a little bit. Caesar keeps it alive though. One to see it. Looking up, but good play by Lee. Swaby running out. Good step by Bastian. He's had a solid night at right back, Bastian, defensively. Campbell. Jeffrey Joseph. Mondesir with a bit of space. Whips it in. Simple enough. Dyker off to deal with. He couldn't return it to Silva. Zoom have just got to get themselves over the line now with this walking wounded squad. Cleared out. Attack off again. Lee with the step. Floats into the 18-yard box. Attack off again. Able to clear, and Grubic is not going to take any chances. Koiso helps it on. Desiri trying his best to keep running, but with that hamstring, it's not looking particularly good. But the yellow wall holding. Out forwards, it's a positive first touch and a stinging strike. It's Lizard who caught it, but straight into the hands of Juan Cruz. Great ball out by Cruz. Gomes. Swaby. Couldn't find Gruber on that far side. Silva. Bastian. Grubic. Bastian. Floating up towards Gomes. Headed out by Deau. Koiso. Lots of space here for Gruber, who could put the icing on the cake towards the far post. Gomes! Just wide. That would have been a beautiful cherry on top for Zim Schneider. All the goals by Zoom, or most of them, have been very pleasing on the eye as well. That is nearly another collector's item. Here comes Osner down the other end. It's Caesar. Caesar still. Fantastic save by Juan Cruz. Lizard. Mimi, one of the few players on the field for Osner who started the game outfield. Campbell with a spectre shot. It was really well caught, and Juan Cruz again caught into action, tipped it over the crossbar. Less than 5 minutes remaining. Zoom nearly home and dry, figuratively at least. Might take a day or two to get all the water out of the uniforms. It has been non-stop rain the entire evening. Floated in. Desiri with the header. Swaby saying he got a little knock in the face. Play continues. Osners again coming down that right side. Holch got the first header. Comes at the far post. Mondesir. Swaby still down. And then it's a shot And it's come off the crossbar, still bouncing around. And it went out. There was some shenanigans on the near side as well. It was Mimi who had the shot. And then Diao came over and tried to haul up Swabi very unnecessarily. Gomes. One back by Osners. Put down the channel. Here's Lizard. Mimi. Lizard. Lee, who's made a good account of himself since coming on. Stopping him in his tracks. Mimi. Holch. Swabi. Can he just hold the ball a little bit for Zoom? Need some more precious seconds off the clock. No, he can't. Campbell. Couldn't get away from Koiso. Well, I don't think you can say anything less than this has been a staggering comeback from Zoom Schneider. Caesar made it 3-1 for Osners with 12 minutes remaining of normal time. Zoom Schneider went on to score 2 goals in 2 minutes to take it to extra time, and then a further 3 in the first half of extra time. They could get a 7th here. Desiri, who's walking wounded, finds Swabi. Bastian by himself. It's Richard Bastian. 7 for Zoom. He lashes it in. The right back gets in on the action and completes a glorious comeback story for Zoom Schneider. Bastian, even at this late stage, when Zoom really just needs to focus on defending the lead, still up for making a lung-busting run forwards. And he was rewarded richly, and he took it very well. Pure power to beat the substitute goalkeeper, Arazay. So Zoom Schneider certainly going to the third round of the Open Cup qualifying. We'll see who they meet there. Last time I checked the Renegades Greek American score, which we're streaming as well on YouTube, you can find that. It was 3-1 to Renegades with 40 minutes left. That was about 10 minutes ago, so who knows where that might be at now, that game, which certainly was the headline of the entire second round of the Open Cup qualifying on paper. May have been eclipsed for excitement by this game tonight, but I haven't seen exactly what happened in the Greek Americans Renegades game yet, so might have spoken too soon. And of course, still some time left to play there. And the referee is going to blow the full-time whistle. Zoom Schneider with a stunning comeback to rescue this Open Cup second round qualifying round and go through emphatic 7-3 winners in the end. But they were staring down the barrel of an exit not too long ago. 3-1 down. They then scored 6 goals without reply. Thoroughly entertaining game. Osner's had plenty of moments of quality themselves. Really well taken finishes by them on all 3 of their goals. But Zoom Schneider never say die with the great fight and the phenomenal comeback. Well guys, don't go anywhere. We'll see if we can get ourselves a post-match interview in just a moment or two. We'll be right back.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Osner Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
Hey guys, I'm here with Richard Bastian and Juan Cruz, both from Zoom Schneider, from their stunning comeback win. Richard, I'll start with you. You guys were 3-1 down with 12 minutes left. How quickly a game of football can change?
Yeah, I mean, I think, oh my bad. I think Zoom, we always make things harder for ourselves sometimes, and we know the quality of our team. Obviously the weather wasn't great, but we just kept fighting, kept believing, and we're able to make the comeback.
When going into extra time, when you guys had brought it back to 3-3, what was the team talk you got from Coach Alex?
No, he said we have to stay mentally strong. I think he said that, mentally we had the momentum. We scored the 3 goals, we were coming back, and we had to use the momentum and keep it going because we knew we can come back and make it for our game.
A lot of that game, Richard, was really tight. Two very evenly matched sides, good opportunities at either end. But then you guys, in terms of game time, you scored 5 goals in 25 minutes. What was the key to this just magical 25 minutes for you guys?
Yeah, I think it's the substitutions that we made. I think those guys were fresh, came with a lot of energy off the bench, and they showed that we are deep in our squad. When everybody shows up, we're able to do anything and beat anyone. So, yeah.
Man, you made some brilliant saves in the game. Some very good attacking players coming at you. How was it dealing with this Osner as a front line?
No, at the start, I knew they were fast. I knew they shoot a lot from outside the box. I had to be ready always. Like I told you, the mental game was mostly today. They scored 3 goals on me. I had to stay focused, and I was telling the team on the second extra time, "Hey, it's not over. It's not over." So I make sure they're awake. I make sure that I'm there when they need me.
Richard, final minutes. You guys really should have just been defending the lead, and you pop up from right back. Don't know how you had the energy to run all that way. Really well taken finish. What was the feeling when you smashed it into the back of the net, and the feeling now you guys going to the next round?
Yeah, especially that second half of extra time, it was just defending. But sometimes I like to attack, I like to go forward. That's part of my game. So when I had the chance to go up, I had to take it. So yeah, it was jubilation at the end.
Fantastic. Well, guys, congratulations on the victory on a really tough night with the weather. Great effort from you guys. Pleasure to watch you. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Thanks so much, guys. Well, that just about does it for us here at Jack Romanis, Roosevelt Island. Zoom Schneider coming back from 3-1 down to win 7-3. You really cannot write a better script than that. Amazing comeback by Zoom. Really entertaining game. Believe that Renegades and Greek Americans are still going on. You can see that on our YouTube channel as well, guys. That should be in its final stages, so make sure to switch to that. But for me, it's good night. And also, I just want to say really quickly, big thank you to Zoom Schneider for bringing us down tonight. Thank you for Adam Keane for braving this torrential rain with me tonight. Thank you to all of you for watching. This is Josh Pratt signing off from Jack McManus Field. Enjoy the rest of your nights, everyone.